Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll, and today I come to you with blushing these dolls. Now, before I get started on this here, this one right here, I painted it just not too long ago. It had a paint wart. And what is a paint wart? It's where I paint the doll and a little bubble of paint, or like a little drip of paint, formed right in there. If you looked at my last video about these dolls, you will see that. And I went, that ain't happening. Now, I do notice another thing I need to do is to go back here, and I'm going to sand this down again. You can see where I fixed a little problem here, and I don't like how it shows. So I'm going to sand this down just a little bit more, and just kind of melt that in and paint it again. So a little bit more work on that one head. This head is okay. We are okay on this head here. I did fix this area up in here. I might just take and sand. That's right. I was going to do this. So this one's not yet up for airbrushing yet. I'm going to come in here and sand in here because I fixed this because it was so pitted. It was just pity and pitiful pity. Pitiful pity. I don't know. But anyways, there we go. But we can do the arms and legs right now. So I've got my Brilliant Red oil paint. I am using oil paint, everybody. There it is, right on the camera, oil paint. And because I have a lot of people, why I say this is a lot of people will ask me, what kind of paint am I using? And so I want that to be known. There we go. That's about all I think I'll need. All right. So I have my two sponges here, one for dabbing the paint, one for helping to blend it in. So, oh, there we go. So we're going to take the elbow first. And then we're going to just, that looks nice. Okay. And now we're going to do a little bit across the hand. Now you can build this up. Once it's dry, put another layer on. If you don't feel it's deep enough for what you like, you can put a little bit more on and build it. There we go. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I might build some of this up again. And I like putting a little bit in the palm of the hands. And then just kind of giving it a... There we go. That looks nice. Okay, we're going to leave that and we're going to hang it up and let it dry. And then if we now one thing about it, when you put paint on, it looks darker, it will dry lighter. So that's why you might want to come back and build it up again. So let's hang this up at the back here. There we go. And we go to the next one here. And this is all I'm doing. And then you just kind of, you can direct it to how you want it to be. And that looks good. Okay, we'll go across the hand. All right. There we go. Why I was going right in there is because there's a dip in that hand that goes right in there, like a little valley, and it was just white still. It didn't look right, but there's a little bit of pink in there. A little bit. We got some. But like I say, we can build this up as we move along. It's almost like you're putting it on, wiping it off, but you are leaving some remnants behind. And like I say, it's a slow building. You have to build it slowly. All right, so we have this one up now. All right. Another arm. There we go. So we got Okay, that's pretty good. And now we come up here to the palm of the hands. Oh, it's actually good. I'm not going to touch it. Then we're going to come in here. I'm not going to touch too much of that either. That looks really good. So this looks really nice. So there we go. All right. And next one here. There we go. And we're going, boy, has it ever gotten cold here. Woo! We're in the well, mind you, I know there's places that can be colder than us right now, and I feel sorry for you, so I really do. But in the 20s here, it's bad enough. I don't like it. But it is what it is. We had the fireplace going last night. It was really nice. And we watched A Muppets Christmas Carol. That was really good. I enjoyed it. I've never seen it before. My kids did. They said they watched it as a kid. And I'm like, I worked at night. So if they were watching it, it was when I wasn't aware of it, you know. So, like, I knew that we had it in the house. So it was, I know they were doing good things there. But my husband was at home with them at the time. Their dad. So making sure they were getting some good TV years in there. Watching some good stuff. It was a good, I enjoyed it. Like I say, my first time watching it. Okay, there we go. I do remember the Muppets Treasure Island, watching that one. That one I do remember. There we go. All right. Okay, and we'll come back to those later again, once they dry, like maybe tomorrow or something. Now we'll do the legs. Now on the legs, I like to go across the knees. Ooh, we got the paint on here. Let's get that wiped off. Oh, there we go. You know what? Very forgivable. You can wipe this on and off, as you see. Very forgivable. So you got lots of time in there to, it's not going to dry instantly on you or anything of that sort, so you're quite fine. There you go. And then we're going to go across the tops of the foot. Give it just a little, and we're going to go at the bottom of the foot and just give it a little bit of life on the bottom. So you can see this. Like I say, there's some forgiveness in there so you can, you know, smear it around and get what you like, how you like it to be. Oh, look at over here. Look at this. That's not good. There we go. Get that out of there. There. Okay, that looks nice, and we'll put that up to be dried on the pole. There we go. One's on there. We'll do another one now. There we go. So you can see some little problems I see in there. Like, I mean, they're not going to be a problem or anything to the doll itself, but I can see where this doll has had its issues. But you know what? We got to live with some things. There we go. There we go. There we are. Oh, right in here. Ah. There we go. Okay, nice. Now we're going to do the bottom of the foot. And now we just smear that around. And I get my sponges right from my dollar stores. Yeah, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for them. I saw them at Walmart, and I went, no, I'm not paying that. I can get them cheaper at my Dollar Tree or dollar store, Dollarama, or whatever you want to call them. So some things I like from Walmart, some things I just don't, you know, but there we go. Nice. And now we go down the bottom of the foot, so you can see that too. And we just go like this with it. There we go. Beautiful. You can, right now, this is when you want to shape it to how you want. And yeah, it looks really nice. Oh, I can see a little smear there. If you see something you don't like, this is the time to get it out. And once it dries, you know, it can be a little edgy to get it off again. Can maybe, but this is the preferred time. Let's just put it that way. All right, and one more leg. I hope you're enjoying this, seeing this done. And we will come back to the heads in time. I just got to do a little bit more sanding on them and painting on them again. It's good. Like for me, I have to have I can live with so much on them, and then I have to, you know, there is a walking away thing. Like I say, my Kenny Rogers song gets in my head. Know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and that's what I do. There is a time, but right now I'm in a good place where I can just. Here we go. Get a little bit more depth on that. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks nice. I think I just keep wiping it off. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Now we're just going to take the bottom of the foot, put some red on the bottom, just for, you know, if you want to have the baby's legs out in the summertime, you know, like a little summer gown on, and, you know, there we go. There we go. Just some, a little bit of lifelike. There we go. All right, there we are. They look good. All right, so now we have that done. Now, like I said to you, we're just going to put this to the side just for right now. And now we're going to move to this doll here. Which one was it that I said? Is this one right here. So I'm just going to take my sandpaper. Is this? Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Okay, this is where I did this job on up here. It needs to be sanded a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is just come up here. And just sand it a little bit more. This Saturday, my daughter and I are going to our theater, our local theater here, and not movie theater, just it's a theater, open theater where they have ballets and whatnot, and a church of ours in our city here is performing a Celtic Christmas. So we're going to go see that. It's part of my birthday gift from the summer, and so she asked me if I would want this for my birthday in December. I'm a summer baby. And I said, sure, that would be just fine. So we're going to go and see that, and then we're going out to eat afterwards. Oh, yay. My favorite part. But I love it all, you know, so. This is something we do every Christmas. So, I don't buy new outfits. I got one outfit that I have for it, and it's Christmassy, and this is my third year, I think, going out. So, I wear it third year. I mean, it's so, I only wear it once. So I told her 5 years and then I'll look for a new one. I just can't do it. It just, to me, for something that I'm only going to wear for a couple hours, well, 3-4 hours, and then I put it away again for next year. So, and it's a nice outfit. It looks nice. So, fits me well. I'm happy with it. So, and like I say, there's always new people there. They don't know who I am from, you know, from anybody else. So. All right, so let's paint that. Right away we can paint this. Ooh, I must have some paint on my hands there. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyways, that doesn't, I'm gonna go right over it anyhow. So there we are, we painted over this. I might have to do it a couple times because, you see the head through there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's nice. Oh, there we go. All right. That looks really nice. And his little paint wart is gone. So I don't want a baby with warts. Paint warts. Okay. So now what we're going to do is do the same for over here. I want to get this. You can see the line right here where I patched him up just to hide some of that pittiness that was in his neck area. So you can still see some, but you can't get it all because it's going to go right into the nameplate, and I don't want it into the nameplate. So I'm just going to sand this here. Right along this line. You think you got it down until the paint dries and you see where it ends and you want it to blend. And this is something that's so easy to fix. I want you to see this so that you understand if you're restoring your own doll, you can go back in and do this. I should have done all the sanding first. This is my mistake, and then paint, but we're okay. It's not like I'm doing a whole bunch. It's just 2 areas. So let's just get that done. But this is, you should do all your sanding first, then go back and paint. But I kind of did this out of sequence. And why am I saying that? Because he's wet and I'm sanding. And my paintbrush is right there. There you go. But we will live. This is all I'm doing is right in here. If I was doing a lot more, oh my goodness, I would have to stop and deal with things properly. And do some thinking before I do. It's a lot of my problem. I just do. All right. You see right here where I mended him as well, right? There's a big glob of spackling that didn't get. Okay, I'm fine with this now. All right, I can live with this now. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to take him. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to paint him. Let's paint him, paint him, paint him. Need some more paint. Oh. Now we will come back to him. Okay. Then we'll have to do another coat. All right. One thing about this paint, it does blend. So there we go. We'll come back. You can see the dark area right in here where I sand it. Oh well, dammy. Sometimes you got to know when to fold up, right? I live by my own words. All right, well, there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you see what I'm doing here. And there's a lot to these little dolls. They're not just straightforward. There's a lot of little things to the left and to the left and to the right. And you've got to be able to be patient with them. And but we're coming along. They're doing really well. Everybody wants to see their eyes put on them. So do I. But hair has to come next. After these are done, we're going to get the airbrush out. We're going to start airbrushing their hair. And then after that, we can start, once their hair dries, then we're ready to move to the next step. And that will be doing their, we'll start with their eyes and blushing and lips and all that. So yeah, bring them right to life here. So anyways, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. So much more of this to come. And we'll be starting on my next doll, which is right down here. I got her here. I've been looking at her. This is my next doll. It's a ball jointed doll, so this is going to be fun. A lot of